Hi, how are you today, Beatrice?
I'm well, thank you.
Good, good. I've been thinking about the work we've completed together these past few months. We have covered a lot, and there have been some noticeable changes in your condition and situation. First, I'd like to hear your thoughts and feelings on both.
I agree that there have been noticeable changes, very positive changes. At times, I do find myself feeling lonely or a little unmotivated, but I know that those are natural feelings and they can be worked through. Honestly, the scheduling, building, and active routine have been very beneficial to me. I'm going to continue to stick with it even after our sessions conclude.
That is great to hear. I recall schedule building once being an issue, but now you have mastered the process. I am very pleased with your progress. During our time together, we have made a lot of memories, mostly good, in my opinion. I remember one instance in particular. You were having a hard time managing one of your upper level courses. You felt like you were doomed and needed to drop that class. Not even a month later, you were not only completing each week's assignments, you were making A's and B's on everything you submitted. We can say without hesitation that creating a weekly schedule worked well. Are there any memories you'd like to share with me? Anything that has left an impression on you?
The memory you just shared is spot on. Let me think. I remember feeling down and out one day. I almost skipped our session, but decided I had to get out of bed and go. I guess when I got there, you could tell that it was not a good day for me because we spent the whole session having girl talk instead of working on goals and discussing the good and bad aspects of my week. I needed that.
Beatrice, I am so glad you shared that with me. That is a great memory. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
I guess both self-esteem assessments are memories that have stuck with me.
Oh, yes, me too. I decided to use the self esteem tool to see where you stood mentally. Often, depression and lack of motivation stem from low self esteem. Do you remember our findings, or any questions you were asked?
I recall there being a difference in my score 3 months ago and my recent score. There was one question that stuck with me, or that stuck out to me. I feel I do not have much to be proud of.
Very good, but may I ask why that stuck out to you?
Before the pandemic, there were many things I did that made me feel proud. Then, once social isolation was enforced, I spent most of my time lying around and feeling useless, I guess.
That's a very good self evaluation. That is what the tool is designed for. The first time you scored a 12 out of 30, and the second time a 24 out of 30. I consider that substantial progress. Your confidence, self esteem, and positivity have came a long way since our first week together. Any thoughts after I shared your scores?
I knew there was a difference in scores, but did not realize just how big of a difference there was. I felt a lot better mentally. The scores really put how much in perspective.
I agree. That is another very beneficial aspect of the assessment tool. It is believed that self esteem has a strong relationship to happiness and that higher self esteem leads to greater happiness. It is also believed that self esteem is partly the result of good school performance. An individual with higher self esteem is proven to be more persistent after failure or hardships.
I see that. That really makes sense.
Good. Now let's move on with our session, if you're ready.
Yeah, that's fine.
As far as goals, we had four main goals, and we also created an action plan table together. The goals were: I will create a routine that brings structure and keeps me active. I will develop a visual schedule to remind me what I need to accomplish that day. I will complete this week's school's assignments on time and efficiently. By the end of next week, I will meet with the university's counselor. After reanalyzing the action table and discussing your initial goals, how far do you think we have come toward achieving all of our goals?
Truthfully, I feel I've accomplished most of my goals, or at least touched on them. The counseling sessions have been beneficial for my mental health. I know that is an area I need to
Go ahead, it's fine. It's fine.
continuously work in. Will I still be able to attend the counseling sessions? Maybe just not as frequent.
Of course, I think that is a great idea. We can definitely work something out for you. I believe that the counseling sessions have been beneficial as well.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Let's continue to discuss our strengths and accomplished goals. First, I agree that you have accomplished most, if not all, aspects of your goals. You have created a scheduled routine that has allowed you to carry out everyday tasks and find the purpose you were longing for. You have demonstrated school competence by completing each week's assignments timely and efficiently. You have done an outstanding job staying on track and working to improve your mental health. I am pleased that the counseling sessions have worked in your favor. I think it's important to continue to remind yourself of these goals and strive to carry them out each day. Do you agree or have any other thoughts?
I agree completely. I enjoy being goal oriented. I believe it is a vital part of staying healthy mentally. I'm going to work continuously, accomplish these goals even after the session's end.
That is great to hear. I am always here for encouragement if you need it.
That truly means a lot.
Anytime. You are a very special person. As far as the future goes, I want you to continue to find the positives in every situation. I know that is extremely hard to do at times, but just remember, it is a bad day, not a bad life.
I'll try my best.
Okay. Now that we're reaching the ending point in our session, could you tell me anything in particular that I have said or did to help you during these last few months? Or vice versa, anything I said or did that was hurtful or unhelpful? I have always found it important to receive feedback from my clients.
At first, I found you to be a little intimidating. I was not sure if this was going to work for me, but it proved to be something I really needed. I do not have any complaints. One thing you did that was particularly helpful was hold me accountable.
I knew you were capable of conquering your troubles from the start. Again, I am so proud of the progress you have made. I have truly valued our time together and have been inspired by your determination these past several months. I believe your future is extremely bright and that you're ready to move forward.
Thank you. I'm grateful for our work together and believe that I'm ready to move forward too.
It is not that often I get to let a client go on such positive and successful terms. Thank you for working so hard. I will truly miss you. Closing summary. The date of final contact is March 3rd, 2020. The date of final contact is June 23rd, 2020. My name is Kaylin Strickland. I'm a board-certified social worker. I've spent the last 3 months working with 22-year-old college student Beatrice McGee. We met for the first time on March 3rd, 2020. The contact between the client and I was initiated because of her continuous mental health decline. The client first reported signs of a decline in her mental health shortly after the COVID-19 pandemic enforced social isolation. The client stated in previous meetings that since the pandemic she has been struggling with substance abuse, depression, loneliness, disconnected family relationships, lack of motivation, and school competence. She reported issues establishing a structured routine to keep her on track and give her purpose. Based on these issues, we established several related goals, scheduled counseling sessions once a week, and created an action plan table to go over each week to document progress. In reviewing the work process and evaluating progress, Beatrice reported feeling more accomplished, mentally sound, and purposeful since our first meeting. She indicated that building a schedule each week has allowed her to stay on task and perform efficiently in school. She stated that she noticed an improvement in her self-esteem and self-confidence. She has seen major improvements in her school assignments because she has felt motivated and capable. She reports occasional feelings of loneliness and depression, but understands that those are natural feelings that can be worked through with positivity. Beatrice indicated that throughout our work together, what helped her the most was being held accountable again. Beatrice indicated that she is still working on her mental health. She plans to continue to make weekly schedules to keep her active and motivated. She stated that she wants to continue counseling with the university's counselor. She found that to be very beneficial. Based on the available evidence, Beatrice is completing school assignments, maintaining a positive and motivated attitude, and has came up with a routine that keeps her active. She has discovered many personal strengths and values that keep her away from overpowering depression and loneliness. In my personal opinion, she will continue to grow and progress now that she has found a way to better cope with her issues. She demonstrates a complete understanding of the plan put in place to improve her mental health. Beatrice and I concluded our work together in an extremely positive manner. We shared many positive thoughts and feelings with one another. I explained to her how proud I am of her progress and what a hard worker she has been. The case was closed in the 3-month time frame as contracted.